This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So before getting into the demo, let me introduce myself. Okay. I have overall 16 16 years of experience. I started my career with ABAP. Then I moved to SAP UI5, Fiori, ABAP ODATA. I worked on Fiori elements just for an implementation projects. Okay. Then also I worked on the BTP on various services like mobile services. Then I worked on various CAPM, Node.js applications, RAP applications, Fiori applications, and also worked on various services like mobile services, CPI, SAP Build Work Zone, SAP Build Process Automation. Okay, the lot of services which I worked on BTP, and also worked on SAP Joule, Joule AI Agent, custom skills, document AI, SAP Build. This all I work, and also currently working on this. So this is my training. Just mute yourself. Okay. So this is my overall experience, and coming back to the my training. Okay, I have almost from past 10 years I'm giving training on in various topics like SAP UI5, Fiori, ABAP OData, Fiori Elements, CAPM, Node.js, SAP Integration Suite, and RAP on BTP on premises. Okay, so and these are the various trainings which I'm giving. Of course, SAP Joule, Joule AI Agent, custom skills. So these are the various different types of trainings which I'm giving. So coming back to the today's agenda, so we'll be discussing about this SAP Joule, what exactly is, because this is the evolution which has come, right? So now everyone are talking about AI and everyone are talking about Joule, agent, everything. So now by end of this training, you will understand, okay, the few things, very important topics called what is AI, how AI has emerged into the SAP using SAP Joule, and what does this SAP Joule custom skills, what does this SAP Joule AI agent, and what is SAP Joule will going to achieve by using this, implementing this all the things in the business case. Okay, so this is what which will come to know, and even afterwards how the developers are using the Joule, what are the advantages of the Joule, which for developers we are going to discuss, and what is document AI, very important. Okay, so where we are going, how to extract, we'll at least we'll understand, okay, what is document AI and how it is useful for the business cases, we'll understand. And of course we'll discuss about SAP evolutions and what is BTP, ABAP on cloud, okay, and RAP on BTP and on premises. These are high level topics. Okay, we will be discussing, and you will come to know the by end of this training, you will come to know what is Joule, what is RAP, what is BTP and Fiori, and how we are going to use in our projects. At least I will get an idea and why we required this all. Right away, straight away we'll go to the what is SAP Joule. Okay, so now let us understand what is SAP Joule. Joule is an SAP generative AI copilot, okay, which is embedded into SAP business applications. Okay, so let us assume that you have purchased the SAP system which is in the public cloud or private cloud, S4 HANA public cloud or private cloud. So whenever you purchase the S4 HANA private cloud or anything, I'm just giving an example. So what will happen at SAP Joule is inbuilt, which is integrated to all your standard processes. So when you ask a question, let us assume there is a standard process called purchase requisition. So could you tell me the list of all the purchase requisitions? It will bring the result. Okay, without anything development you need to do, because SAP Joule is already integrated to your business applications, which are nothing but a standard. Is it clear? So this there are three properties which are there embedded into the this one. One is called, we will be having a natural language interface, means the user expresses a intent in plain language, means he will be entering the data into the plain language instead of knowing which app, which screen, which filter to use. Okay, this is the productive mechanism. It removes the navigation and configuration knowledge as a prerequisite getting work done. Means whenever you go and type, just you are a not even SAP guy or not an SAP functional guy, you generally put in SAP Joule and language to ask the question. Okay, the Joule will go to the business context and it brings the data. So that is how the Joule is built. Okay, so next, grounded in SAP business context. Okay, so grounded in the SAP business context. What does it means is that Joule operates against your business data and your process semantics and your master data. It knows what a purchase requisition is in your system, which company codes you may use, which objects are open. Okay, a general purpose LLM assist does not and cannot without integrations. Means you will Joule already is integrated to your all business process. It already knows what is your purchase requisition in your system, okay, and which company code you may see. Everything it knows. So it's already integrated to your SAP business processes, standard business processes. Okay, then one consistent co-pilot across the portfolio. Okay, so you have only one, okay, co-pilot across your portfolio, across your all over SAP systems. The same conversation surface appears across SAP applications. So for the user, this means one interaction model instead of different assistants per app. Means you will not have one module, one Joule. You will be having a single unique Joule where you will going to go to the Joule and you can go and ask the questions and it gives the answers. So for the user, this means one interaction model instead of different assistants per app. Okay. For IT, it means one AA layer to govern rather than several. So you will be having only one. Okay. So now why? So people are finally SAP Joule is a chatbot. Why not just a generic chatbot? If you use a generic chatbot, how you will able to resolve your issues? For example, the business context, Joule resolves who you are and what may see and what you are in process. Okay, what does Joule actionable? It does not only answer, it executes your transaction. Means whether you can say to Joule, please approve my purchase requisition, it will approve it. It does not gives just answer, it executes your transaction. This is the leap from search to the work. Okay, security respecting it calls your backend as a sign-in user. So existing roles and authorization object still apply. Joule is not a privileged backdoor. Means when you give a answer question, it not just goes to the backend of our SAP system, it just blindly brings no. The user you log into the Joule, okay, it goes to the backend with a signed user, and what are the roles assigned to your user ID, then only it executes your transaction and gets the data. Okay, so security respecting it calls the backend as a single in user, so existing roles and authorization objects still apply. So Joule is not a privileged backdoor. Is it clear? Any questions? Is it clear, guys? Anyone have any questions? Is it clear now what is Joule?
Yes.
Okay, so next, 1 second. Yeah, definitely I'll share the PPT. Yes, I'm already recording it. I think someone asked the question. So now coming back to the the what is a SAP Joule? Correct? We discussed. Now what Joule is? What is the business value? Where it runs, and what is the architecture of the SAP Joule, and what are the different capability types of SAP Joule, and trust, security, and data privacy. Right. So this is what which we have discussed, correct? Okay, now coming back to the why Joule, what business value it is bringing for us. Okay, productivity. Okay, so the saving is in navigation, data entry, not in thinking, task that formally requiring knowing a transaction code, finding an app, filling a form became a sentence. Highest impact on occasional users who never built screen musical memory. Means what is that means? Generally, right now, you need to go to the particular transaction code. You need to go and fill the data, different tabs. Let us go MB21. I'm going purchase order. I'm creating. Then I need to know the T code. I need to log into the SAP system, SAP GUI. Then I need to know the T code. I need to go to the particular T code. I need to know the all the fields need to be displayed, different tabs, everything. And then click save. Then only you will be able to create a purchase order. Now it is not required. Right? So you can open the Joule chatbot and you can just create a purchase order there only. No screens, nothing to remember. Productivity increased. Faster onboarding. New joiners get guided help in context instead of hunting through documentations. Means new joiners can ask instead of searching documentations or asking your colleagues. This converts a tactic process knowledge into a answerable question, which reduces the informal support load on the experienced staff. Obviously, Joule, when you go and ask the Joule itself, it will give everything with the new join in the process you want, anything you want, it will give. Okay, better decisions. Okay, insights and analytics surface in the flow of work with surface experience. Okay, analytical answers appear in the flow of work with a reference to the source rather than requiring a separate BA tool and context switch. Even you can get the B, okay, appear in flow of work also it will be available. Okay, then process automation. Agents handle repetitive multi-step process end to end with oversight. Okay. So with agents, multi-level step repetitive process can run largely unattended with human approval at defined checkpoints. So what is this means? Okay, what is exactly it means that automations. So you give a question, it it gives the automations. It will done everything and it will give the output. Understood? Is it clear? Any questions until to? Anyone have any questions? Is it clear? Anyone? Is it you guys are understanding, right? Because hello? Okay. You
Yeah,
guys are understanding,
so
right?
good so
Yeah.
far, Bobby. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
So now
okay, okay.
coming back, yeah, sure. Now lower TCO. One governed AA layer across the SAP estate instead of different AA tool per applications, each with its own contract, data flow, and security review. So what is that is that? Okay, so what is it? It means that one chatbot I have, that is SAP tool, throughout all my applications. So this will reduce, right? Instead of having every AI tool per app, it's not good practice. Correct? So lower TCO, only one chatbot. Then better decisions. Okay, analytical answers appear in the flow of work with a reference to the source rather than requiring separate. See, whenever you ask the questions, we will get analytical graph also, analytical type answers also. Instead of you need to go to the BA tool and get it, not required. The chartbot only will give analytical answers also. So that is called the better, so that you can take better decisions. You can go insides of the analytical chart and you can take better decisions. Gound AI, sorry, Gound AI. If you do not provide a sanction assistant, users will paste business data into consumer AI tools. A Gound Copilot is a risk reduction measure, not only productive measures. Okay, so what is it means is Gound AI means, okay, so data resistancy and audit rather than shadow AI usage. See, whenever you do build applications in every company, there will be some audit will happen. Correct? Okay, so we have to make it a expertise controls, data resistance and audit rather than shadow AI usage. Okay, not just using the AI capability. We should, whenever we are building this one, we should be very careful. Okay, so that in audit there should be nothing should be coming. So that also will be taken care by the Joule itself. There's nothing you need to do with the standard process. Everything is done by itself. So you will not face, because as I said, when you're asking the question, it is going back to the your SAP system and getting the data without not just doing, it's applying its rules based on the rules and authorizations only it is getting. So in the audit you will not face this any issues. Is it clear? Okay, so the next, so any questions on this?
So, Bobby, is it like always a real-time data get fetched for Joule on
Yes,
HANA DB?
absolutely, real time only, there is no doubt in that.
Ah,
Absolutely, it
okay.
is a real time data you will be getting.
Oh, Bobby, quick question.
Yeah, yeah, please.
So I'm SAP veteran, but my knowledge of ABAP is zero. I'm not technical. I'm purely functional. Do you think
Okay,
this helps me? Like your contents are showing ABAP requirement, right? Do I need
correct.
ABAP?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'll come to this. Let's discuss. No, let me complete. I'll answer your question later. Okay. Any more questions? Questions. Okay. Then where Joule runs? Is it where Joule runs? So yes, I am telling that like okay. So in this one, Joule is a portfolio wide capabilities and it shows up two distant places. One is the business applications, another one is the platform and tooling. So where is Joule runs? Okay, Joule runs in the SAP S4 HANA public or private cloud, ERP, finance, supply chains, and sales. And it Joule is available in the SAP Success Factors. Joule is also available in Ariba and business networks. Joule is available in the SAP Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. Joule is available in SAP Concur applications. Joule is available in SAP Analytics Cloud and DataSphere. Joule is available in the SAP Business Data Cloud scenarios. So now where we will be developing Joules in SAP Build Code and SAP Business Application Studio. Is these two are services which we are going to use these services and we are going to build Joule. Clear? And where another one ABAP development tool in Eclipse, that is for the Joule for developers. So we are going to develop the ABAP applications, right? So you can use this Joule for developers and you can build applications. Next, SAP Build Process Automation and SAP Build Apps. In these services also, you can use Joule and it will run. Joule will run. And Joule Studio for building custom skills agents. Now the actual picture comes. So as I said, you purchase the SAP S4 HANA public cloud or private cloud or success factors, Ariba, Concur, Analytics Cloud, everything. The Joule is already embedded into your business processes, which are standard. But every company has its own custom processes. Correct? So 80% of your will be the custom process and 20% you will be generally using the standard. Correct? Even now, every project, every company and every client is that. because every company has its own different processes. So now Joule will understand only the standard processes. Joule will cannot understand your custom processes. So that time you have to build custom skills and agents so that Joule can understand your custom processes also. That is how building the custom skills and agents. Clear? Any questions? Yeah,
I
tell
have
me.
one, Bobby. So the BAS, like a business application studio and the build, is the experience required for this? Like I
Yes,
don't have any
absolutely.
background.
No. We are in my training. I'm going to teach you.
Oh,
That is my part
okay.
of my training, right?
Sounds good.
Nothing.
Yeah,
No
that's what I
experience is
was.
required.
Oh,
No experience is required. That is part of my training. Any more questions?
Yeah, hi Bobby.
Yeah, please.
Regarding the custom skill you said, right? Like you have enhanced something on the purchase order, like we enhanced, added some tabs, added some field. Okay, so in that case, Joule will pull out that enhancement, like the customized part will be pulled out, or we have for that only you have to build the custom agent, custom skill. So is it what
Come.
means?
No, come again. Come again. Sorry, I didn't understand your question. Can you repeat again?
Yeah, sure. Like in the in the PO creation, we have added a customized field in that. Okay, like in the standard table. EKPO, we have the custom Z field in that custom table. Sorry, in the custom field is added to the Z PKPO table.
Understood. Got now. I got
While
your point. See, I
yeah,
got your point. Understood. See, yes, absolutely. So whenever you let us assume that the adding the new field, Joule will not understand because it will understand the. I'm talking about you build your own processes. See, let us assume SAP is giving purchase requisition, but you build your own business object. You build your own workflow for the purchase requisition system. Okay. Now, how Joule will understand? Joule will not understand because Joule is integrated with standard processes. So now you have how Joule can be understand by developing the custom skills and agents, so that this custom Joule skill will integrate to your Joule. So that is what we will build the custom skills and agents, so that we will integrate this to your Joule.
Okay. So Joule will not be able to pull out that Z field. Am I right?
G field or G processes will not understand.
Anything.
No. See,
Okay.
let us get into you went to the SAP and you are purchasing the product. Now Joule will not know what is your custom processes. So Joule only integrate to your standard processes.
Okay.
So that is how our see now now everything is changing. Now Fiori apps, SAP GUI transactions, nothing. Everything is a Joule only. So now the development will not be in the GUI transactions. Development will not be in the Fiori applications. The development will be in the custom skills, Joule custom skills, Joule
Okay.
agents. That is the future.
Okay. Understood. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyway, thanks. No problem. Any more questions? Anyone have any questions? Is it clear? Next, Joule architecture. Okay, so now experience layer, Joule Launchpad in-app, Copilot panel, and mobile collaboration channels. Okay, so now what does this mean is, okay, so now you have the experience layer. What is experience layer in before? Anyone tell me what was the experience layer before? Anyone tell me?
Consuming layer.
What
User consume.
what are those?
Mobile devices. like computers, whatever the devices we will, apart from GUI, in whatever devices, in websites, those are
Anything more?
the
Okay.
The SAP GUI, Fiori applications.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
web browser based GUI, web GUI kind of. That's the only limitation.
Anything more? So now everything will be changing. Okay. So what it is changing now? Just now, I think just before only I have said, correct? Okay. What I have said, that in the future everything will be chatbot. Correct? Everything will be chatbot. Yes or no? Correct or wrong?
Yeah,
yes.
correct.
Yeah. So now this is the change. This is the future development. Okay. So now everything will be changing. So the future is the chatbot. There will be no Fiori apps. But I'm not talking about. It will take time. Okay. It's not like that. It's completely going wiped out. Fiori apps has its own advantages. Okay, and everything. But what I want to tell you, right? So that is the future. Okay, this is what I want to explain. Clear? Any questions? Okay, let's move to the experience layers or orchestration layer. Very important. It is the brain of the system and the layer most people skip. But this is very important. What it does, okay, it intent recognition, skill agent routing, planning, tool calling, and responsive compilation. This is the brain of your system and the layer most people skip. What it performs, intent recognitions. What does the user want? Routing. Which skill or agent it should handle it, and what planning firm is agent request, what sequence of steps it has to be executed. Okay, tool calling, invoke the skill in API, response compositions. Okay, response compositions is nothing but turn results into the answers. Let us assume, for example, if someone says my skill never triggers, the problem is nearly always here. Means you give a generic question, means related to your, okay, related to your business requirement only. You ask the question. Now, how Joule will go to the particular thing, because there can be a number of questions. How Joule will understand what you asked. Correct? How Joule will understand what you asked. Correct? So this orchestration will go, it will go intent recognition, how it is going to go and pick particular skill, particular agent, particular planning, and particular tool and gets the response. So this is what the orchestration will do, which is very, very important in your Joule. Correct? Yes or no?
Hey,
Yes.
Bobby, could you explain this part? I'm not very clear
Okay.
on
So now
this.
you ask a question, okay, and how Joule will understand it has to go to the particular and get the data.
Hmm. So that's where the development is required, you're saying?
No, development is required, but absolutely required development. But what is happening in the backend? You got it? What is happening in the backend? How it is going to pick? Even though you develop, it has to pick, no? The exact whatever you ask the question, development means what you will do. You will be in developing your wrap application APIs and you will integrate to the Joule. But how it will, I have around 1 lakh skills I have created, custom Joule skills. Now, just a simple sentence, out of 1 lakhs, it has to go to the particular skill and get the data, no?
Correct.
Correct? How it
So,
will happen? What will happen? This is orchestration layer is the layer which will take care of that part.
so it's more of a mapping your question to the appropriate answer.
Correct. That is what which will take care of by this orchestration in your design of architecture.
Got it.
Any more questions? Okay, so this is very important. You should be very carefully, you need to understand this part because this is going to play very key role in yours. Okay. Any questions until now? Now we understood what is orchestration layer. Okay. Now next is the A foundation. Talking about this one. Generative AI hub on SAP AI Core, LLM access, prompt, orchestration, grounding, content, filtering. So the generative AI hub on SAP AI Core is one of the service in BTP. Access to the large modules, that is LLMs, prompt orchestrations and templating it. Okay. So you two things this layer buys you. One is model abstraction. You're not hardwired to an one vendor model or enterprise controls. Means this obviously whatever you are building, there is a foundation configurations are there. No, that configurations, okay, everything will be doing in the SAP AI core. Okay, so it is LLM access, prompt orchestrations, grounding, context filtering, everything you will take care of in this one. Next, grounding and data. Business data via APS, vector store, embedded SAP knowledge base, document grounding. See, you have your data in your SAP system. Okay. So now how Joule will understand your data? By building the APIs. And that APIs can be RAP APIs or ABAP normal ODATA APIs. So that APIs will integrate to the Joule and Joule will understand that. So this is a grounding and data. Now, system of records, of course, the records are there in SAP S/4HANA, success factors, Ariba, SAC, third-party systems via destinations and APIs. Clear? Understood? Any questions? No. Next. Joule capability types. Okay. We discussed. This is what which we discussed. Navigation takes the user to the right tab, screen or task. Take me to open a purchase requisition. App root metadata. Typically backend, it will get the data. Next, information answers questions from documentation. See, not only the getting the data from the SAP system, it also answers the data from the documentation which you have done. Okay, what is your parent level policy? Knowledge based. It will go to the knowledge base and also implement RAG methodology and get the data. Transactions, creating or changing the business object via one API call. Means you have developed one API or OData services. So what does that OData say? It creates a sales order. Let us assume. So now you will create, it will get integrated to the Joule. You just type it, it will create a purchase request. Or you create a leave request for 12 to 16th May. So it goes and calls your OData to create a leave request or APIs. Analytics returns figures, KPIs, and trends with the drill down and shows overdue receipts by region, SAC, CDSUs, everything you can do. And Agentic plans and executes a multi-step process across systems. Okay, so now, so this is what it will plan, executes. Okay, so it executes a multi-level, multi-step process across the systems. For example, resolve the invoice payment dispute. Okay, so now, but invoice payment dispute you have given, sometimes the related to data, some data is in your SAP system and some other data is in third-party system. So this, you will build an agent between your SAP system and the third-party system. Whenever you give this question, okay, it resolves invoice payment dispute in your SAP system based on the agent you have developed. It calls the third-party system and get it resolved. So this is called the multi-step process across systems. Any questions, guys?
Hi, Bhavi. Regarding that last thing, agentic thing that you said multi-level process, right? So in that case, the custom skill comes into part, right? So you have to build everything in the custom skill and integrate it. So if you give the prompt, it will run. Is
Yeah.
my
See,
understanding?
I'll tell. One second. I'll give you answer.
In
So
case
this
of
is your
third
SAP
party.
system. This is your SAP system, and this is your third-party system. Okay. So now this is your SAP system. SAP on whatever SAP system. Okay. So now just mute yourself. This is your Joule chatbot. Just mute yourself if you don't have any questions. Okay. Now I asked a question that, let us assume I asked the question. So now the question which I asked is create invoice. Okay. Let us and with some data you asked. And also you have asked this question and you have sent this request to your SAP system. Now creating the invoice is not done in your SAP system. It is done in your third party system. So now, but data is sitting here. So now you will build an agent. Means who will be building? The third party will build an agent and it will give that agent to your SAP system. Then you will fetch the data from your SAP system. You will pass the data to this agent. Okay, and agent will create an invoice in the system. Means it will send this data to through an agent which is built given by the third party system, and then the third party system, the agent will create an invoice and then it will return back, and then you will be able to see the chatbot data that it is created. It is called the multi-agent, agentic AI. Is it clear?
Yeah, okay.
Next.
So yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bobby, basically instead of having the API developed and calling it from one system to another, we are
Hmm.
delegating that task to their particular agents
Yes.
who are going to,
Correct. Yes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And that
Correct.
talking of agent to each other is more of called agentic AI.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes. You're right.
perfect.
Any more questions?
Good so far. We can
Good.
go ahead.
Okay. So now coming back to the security, very, very important. Correct. Okay. So trust, security, and data privacy. Okay. Controls to verify with SAP for your tenant. Authorizations. Okay. Executes under the signed in user profile roles. No privilege escalations. Data resistance will be there, which region, process, prompts, and business data matters for GDPR and the internal policies. So don't worry about this. Everything will be taken care of. You're just typing it, it's going and getting the no. What logged, what user you logged, and it checks particular roles are there, particular authorizations are there. If it is not there, it will not activate, it will not get the result. So security, we follow the same guidelines. Okay. Coming model hosting, which models are used and where they run means obviously everything is the which LLMs are used. Obviously everything internally it is LLMs only, large. Okay, are used and where they run. So no training commitment. Confirm customer data is not used to train foundation models. Okay. So now next coming to the content filtering and prompt injection projections in the generative AI hub. Okay, provided in the generative AI hub, relevant business grounded documents or untrusted input and can obtain injected instructions. Means what does that mean is whenever you prompt it, okay, content filtering based on the prompt, it has to go to the particular data and get it. Correct. The content filtering will take care of by generative AI hub. There's nothing you need to build it. Everything will be taken care of. Then logging and order, every company will do audit. Okay. And so all the questions which we asked, okay, will not just go and do everything like actions, agent decisions to take it. Everything will not just go and get it and data. No, there is a security, there is a trust and data privacy. Everything is implemented in the process itself. So there's nothing you need to worry that, okay, I just given the chatbot, it's getting and approving the no, nothing not like that. Is it clear? Any more questions? No questions. Next, what is a Joule AI agent? Okay, so now dimension is here. Trigger a co-pilot. What it will do? It is going to just pull by user question. An agent can be pushed by a goal, an event, or a schedule. It can start work without a person present. Okay, and this is the first real conceptual jump. That is called the trigger. Scope. Co-pilot, one turn, one skill, one system. Agent, a multi-step process spanning several tools and systems. So as I said, like it will have only one systems. Okay, planning, non-executive matched skills. Okay, so what is this co-pilot will it doesn't know what I can say. Okay, this planning, a co-pilot executes the matched skill exactly, which exactly, and it does not plan. An agent decomposes a goal into the steps and replans when a step fails or returns something unexpected. That is what this agentic AI will take care of. So I'm talking about the difference between the co-pilot and AI. Planning non-execute the matched skills, decomposes the goal into the plan and adopts as it runs. That is what the agentic AI will take. Memory, co-pilot, conversation context only, whereas agent, task state, intermediate results, long-running contest across steps and possible across sessions. That will take care by the agentic AI. Then autonomy, human drives step by step using Copilot. Agent drives human approvals as defined checkpoints. So the human drives every step. Agent means what is that? The agent drives and human approves at the defined checkpoint. So that is how the agentic AI will take care of. Okay. Now failure mode. This one. Wrong answer to one question. Let us assume that okay, Copilot will sometimes can give wrong answer. Okay. Now coming to the agent, wrong action propagated across a process needs. Okay, what exactly means? Let us assume this is a row. What matters is a co-pilot failure is a wrong answer to one question. Annoying, right? So an agent failure is a wrong action propagated across the business processes. Potentially dozens of wrong postings before anyone notice. Therefore, the more autonomy you grant, the larger the blast radius and the more impact will happen. Okay, so that is the reason we should be very careful with the agents because the agents are the one who is going to take the actions. Any questions? Next. Okay, autonomy of an AA agent. Goal, the business outcome the agent is accountable for. Okay, okay. Stated that, see, let us assume that like in resolve invoice dispute below $5,000 by matching remittance data is a goal. Help with the finance is not. Clear? So just put the word help with finance is not. Resolve invoice disputes below $5,000 by matching the remittance data is the goal. Means the business outcomes the agent is accountable for. This is called the goal. Then planning and reasoning, the LLM decomposes the goal into steps and replans on failures. So non-deterministic by nature, which is exactly why the other 5 components exist. Okay, so what is the planning and reasoning? That is what it is. LLM decomposes the goal into steps and replans on failures. Automatically it replans. That is what the agent will do. Tools, skills, APIs, workflows, and queries the agent may call. What it calls? It calls APIs. It calls your custom skills. It calls your custom workflows. Okay, and it queries the agent by may call. Memory and context. Okay, task, state, prior results, grounded documents, and retrieve data. Okay, so what I'm planning to tell you, right? Okay, this is how the agent will take care of. Okay, coming back to the scope limits allows tools value thresholds approvals. So what does that mean is mandatory approvals. Let us assume that mandatory approvals. So encode business risk, not technical preference. No payment above 10 lakhs euros without human approval is very careful. We should be very careful by implementing it. Whether we need to implement or not means you are see there is an organization which they need to approve the PR. So without the manual intentions, everything approvals has to be done in the automatically by based on the data which they have. Automatically has to approve. So that part, if you take that part, we should be very careful to handle it. That is what I'm talking. Okay. Next is the trace of every decision, tool call, and outcome for audit. A trace of every decisions what you have taken, tool call, outcome. Without data, you cannot. We cannot do audit. Right? We should be very careful while doing audit. Okay? So these are the because agents are the one which is going to do a very big role. That is what which I'm going to and discuss. Any questions? No questions. Okay, SAP delivered Joule agent. I think this is what which we discussed. Okay, so like what it will do, dispute and detection handlings, cache application support. This SAP Joule agent will do. Nothing you need to do. So there is a difference between the Joule, SAP Joule, and Joule agent. Agent will go to do certain actions, and means you want to update some data based because that's how the action is. Means approve my purchase requisitions. Submit this purchase requisitions. Okay, sales and service quotation preparations it will do, case and task, ticket handling support it will give, HR side, talent acquisitions, employee query supports. This all will take care of SAP Joule agent. Any questions? Anyone have any? Is it clear? You guys are understanding or confusing?
Yeah, hi, Bobby. Is it clear? It's clear.
Mhm.
Like, do you have standard AI agents?
Yes, absolutely. There are there.
Okay, okay, fine.
That is comes under SAP Business AI Hub.
Okay, 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 fine. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Bobby, one question. Could you go to
Hmm?
one slide back? So what is the written in the last line is like when we are designing a agent, you are saying use the narrowest tool access to make it more safer.
Correct.
So is it like all the agents what we will be developing, they're like more of
Hmm.
a task oriented
Yes,
ones.
yes, absolutely.
And
That is how the agent will do, no?
and but then like then the user need to know which agent to call
That will take
according
care
to
of
what
by the
task.
orchestration, right?
Okay, okay. So it's like how we do our modeling part. Same way,
Mm,
we will have
yes,
separate agents, and orchestration will communicate to the top agent, and top agent is
correct,
the one who will interact.
correct.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you.
So what is the custom skills? So this is where we all come into picture. Okay. So now a custom skills teaches Joule a capability SAP does not deliver out of the box. Okay. It maps a natural language intent to a concentrate action or an answer in your landscape. Is a built low code in Joule Studio where we will build this custom skills where in SAP build is deployed to your Joule instance and can be used exactly like a SAP delivered skill. That's what I'm telling. So whatever the custom process are there, like you have G extensions, you have side-by-side CAP, BTP apps, or industry-specific processes. Okay, all the things where to build. Okay, we will be going to build in the SAP build all the custom skills. So that is how our role will come into the picture. So let us assume that you have something users repeatedly ask something Joule cannot correctly answer. Then also will come into the picture. A customer built capability that teaches Joule something SAP does not deliver out of the box. So maps a user natural language intent to concentrate action or answer to your landscape. Clear? So where we'll do build a low code in Joule Studio apart from the SAP build. Clear? Any questions? No questions. So types of custom skills, we have a navigations, same thing, informations, actions, analytics. Navigations, it goes to the specific app, screen or object, okay, target URL, and let us assume you open the plant maintenance cockpit for plant 1010. So this is you have built your own custom plant maintenance development. So Joule will not understand. So you need to build the custom skills and get it done. So information on documents also, calling an API to read or change data. You have a custom APIs you have built. Joule will take care of custom skills. We have to build it to get it done. And returns the API, KPI or this same concept. Custom skills under clear? No questions. Next. Build environment. Yes, you are going to go to the SAP build. How to develop custom skills is you are going to create a project, new skill project in Joule Studio that is in the SAP build. You will define an intent and you will add parameters, means you will entities the skill need from the user. Then you will create an actions, okay, and then response and then test and release. So this is the life cycle of to build the custom skills in the SAP build service. Any questions? Okay. So now what intent definitions, skill name, the one which you keep the skill name should be very, very accurate. Description used by the model to decide when to trigger the skill. The description which you kept should be very carefully you should keep. Okay, 10 to 20 means whatever the various synonyms and abbreviations you have to put it so that you will understand to the particular skill. So where you will integrate your SAP build and to your on-premises system, how will integrate? Through destinations, through APIs, through mappings and everything. Clear? Any questions? Okay, so now we understood what is SAP Joule. Now we understood what is SAP Agentic AI. Now we understood what is SAP Joule custom skills. Now coming back to the document AI. Anyone knows what is document AI? Okay. So now it is a service which SAP is giving to us in BTP. What it does, it extracts structured information, the unstructured business documents. So you see, let us assume that you have a document, PDF document or whatever. So now the data is there, and based on the data, you have to create a invoice. Okay. So now first thing is what even older process, they will open that PDF, they will read it, and they will enter it one by one in the SAP system, and they'll create an invoice. Now it is changed. You will, by using the document AI service, automatically it will get extracted, the data will extracted in the PDF, and it will create an invoice. How it will happen? It will take care by SAP document AI service. Any questions, guys? Very important, huh? Because all any company, they get the invoices or purchase order requisitions, purchase orders, everything in the PDFs if they have a third party systems, right? So instead of go and manually getting the data in the PDF or some data, it will just read the data in the PDF and just creates everything. So there is no manual intervention is required. Everything will take care of by the document AI by with use of agentic AI. Any questions? Core capabilities determines the document type, whether it is invoice, PO, delivery note, form, field extractions, what are the field names which are there available in the documents, it will get extracted. Line item, even you will be having line items also in our PDFs. So that also will extract like material, quantity, unit price and amount. Confidence scores also it will extract. Custom schemas, define your own custom own fields and train on document layouts. Okay, that also. So everything will take care of by document AI. Okay, it will based on the whatever the data which is there in the PDF, it will extract the data from the PDF and it will get it done. Any questions? No questions. So how it works? So simple. See, uh, it will captures your not only document, emails, it scans, portals, uploads, APIs. Classify, identifies the document type. It will extract the exact fields. It validates the fields. It will review and get posted. Creates the business object in the S4HANA. So this is called the document AI. Of course, there are a lot of benefits are there. Okay, while getting it done. Any questions about document AI?
Yes, Bobby. Could you go back like a couple of slides about mapping that custom schemas?
This one, huh?
So, now the tiles over there where we are talking about custom schemas. So, are
Hmm.
we saying that the scanning the documents and appropriately creating the data in our SAP? That's what we are saying in custom schemas.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Any more?
that requires more of a custom development. That's what we are saying.
It's absolutely. We have to develop it. If you use the service, it's not like that. Okay, there is a development effort is there which we are supposed to do to get the data from the fields because the table which is there will be in different formats. No, one client has different format, another client has another format. So to handle those things, we are going to use the AI capability. That is not we are going to use LLM. Where so using this service, finally it's going to call the LLM and get the data from the PDF.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, good, good,
Any
good,
more?
good enough. Thanks.
Yeah. Any more questions? Joule for developers. What it is, where it runs, capabilities, prompting, practice, all the things we'll be discussing in Joule for developers. See, simple, it is for the development team. Okay, so what it does, it is a generative AI assistance for the SAP developers embedded in the SAP development tools. And it is embedded in the Bash, it is embedded in the SAP, in Eclipse, everything it is embedded. Okay, is it clear, guys? Any questions? Any questions, guys? So now where is used, Joule for developers, specifically for the developers. Correct. So it understands specific artifacts like, for example, ABAP code, CAP code, CDS use code, wrap code, Fiori, UFA code, annotations code, everything Joule will take care of. That is means it will generate the code, it will give. Yes, generates the code. It also explains existing codes. It writes a unit test and documentations. Where it is available? It is available in the development tool Eclipse and the business code and SAP Business Application Studio. Okay. So what is the difference from the generic coding assistant? Trained and prompt on SAP frameworks and programming models. Okay. So it's specifically for us developer. It will explain. That's what which I said. It's only for the developers. Joule will take care of. Any questions? Now coming back to the wrap. Why wrap? Okay. See, as I said, the custom skills. Correct? Yes or no? So now custom skills, I'm building the base to develop these custom skills means APIs or OData services. Correct. So that will be done in the either in RAP or SAP SEW also OData service. Okay. So you will develop it and get it done. Okay. So that is what which is happening. Clear? So now you have to build it. We have to build it. So the base to develop SAP Joule and everything is your RAP itself, RAP or SEGWO data services. Any questions? No questions. So now what is RAP? So RAP is nothing but it is bringing you the best concepts, best tools, best frameworks, best languages, and best practices so the developer can develop the application efficient way. It's not something different for ABAP. It is ABAP only, but it is bringing you the best framework to develop the what? To develop the Fiori UI services or APIs. So we will develop the APIs. So these APIs will be linked to your custom Joule skill, and then that custom Joule skill is linked to your agent. Sorry, SAP Joule. Okay. Any questions? Is it clear? So the it's RAP is not only for that. You can develop Fiori UI services also. You can develop. So RAP is available in on-premises, available in BTP cloud also. So universal usable programming model you can do. You can use RAP for greenfield developments and brownfield developments. Where it is available? It is available in the greater than or equal to 2020 S4 HANA system, and it is available in the cloud. Is it clear? Any questions? Next. So let us develop a smaller RAP application in the BTP. Okay, and you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so we will create one database table, and we will create a CDSU to get the data from the database table, and then we'll create another CDS view. Okay, where this CDS view where we are going to create a data access control. Means you have to restrict the data, right, based on some authorizations, everything. So that will take care of data access control in the RAP methodology. Metadata extension is all the UI annotations that the Fiori app to display that we will take care of in the metadata extension. Behavior definition means whether you want to create the record, whether you want to delete the record, whether you want to update the record, whether you want to do some actions. Means all the things you need to define in the behavior definitions. Then for this, whatever you have defined, there will be implementation class method will be created in the ABAP behavior implementation where you will write the pure ABAP code. So this is how the high level picture of the RAP methodology. No detail. Is it clear? Any questions? Anyone have any questions? No questions. So now what it will do, right? We'll start developing the applications. Okay. I'll explain what I'm talking. We're already running out of the time. Just a second. Close fast. I'm just creating a new package. 1 second. So this is the ABAP service in BTP. I have added that instance. 1 second. I'll tell you what is that. It is a ABAP service in BTP. Okay, so there is, if we get inside, we will discuss in depth in during training. I'll just understand the high level picture only, not get into the depth. Okay. Okay. So there is a service called ABAP service in BTP. Okay, where we can develop the ABAP applications. So this service I have added in my Eclipse. This is the service same. So now I will be adding I'll create a package. Everything, any development which we do, okay, we always create a package, right? Yes or no? That's what which I'm doing. So this is the package which I have just created. I'm adding this package in my favorite add package. So whatever the developments which do in ABAP, which we'll be doing under the package only, no, inside the package only we'll do. So right click, new, okay, other ABAP repository. There is no GUI screen, right? So I'm just giving data dictionary. So dictionary, I'm creating database table. Click next. So this is a demo. I'm not writing it generally in the. I'll be generally writing every single line of code. So Z sales rate SD, ZSD sales. Okay, just click next. Is any transport request? Finish. Okay, so now it has created one database table. Correct. Now I'm going to add the fields. So generally in my training, I'll add one by one. So this is a demo. I'm just so what we do, you go to the SC11, you will add one fields, no? But now this is different. This is how we will create a futuristic or current. Also, everyone has started using this Eclipse to start developments of ABAP. Okay, so now let's come back. You created a database table, and now we'll create a CDS view to get the data from the database table. Okay, right click on the package, new, other ABAP repository, core data services, and the data definitions. Click next and give the name of your data. So ZC is consumption view, SD is then click finish. Okay, so now here, actually I'm not supposed to do view is old approach. So I will create a latest one that is called data definition, which is view entity. Okay, sorry for that, by mistake I have purchased. So ZC underscore SD underscore sales data. Okay, Click next. Send a transport request. Here, define view. This is a define view is absolute. See, so you have to select define view entity and finish button. Okay, so now here I'll just remove this one. So now this is our table now, which we have created. Paste it, control space bar, insert all the elements. What are the fields which you have given? Okay, so you have to put it. Now it is giving me the error. Why? Because amount field is there. So we already know that amount fields should be displayed based on the currency. No? What is my currency code? Is this one. So my amount should be displayed based on the currency code. Using this annotation, we have to add it. Click next. I'm a little bit fast because I want to move. So already we're running out of the time. Okay. So now I right click on the one which I have created. So now I'm going to create behavior definitions. So this is what behavior definition. This is a CDS. I'm creating behavior definition. So I'll select as managed. Later I will discuss in the training what is managed and managed. Okay, so now it is telling that it is not a root entity. So what you do, you have to give root. Whenever we create, whenever a CDS you want to convert into the wrap methodology, you are supposed to give keyword root. Then only you will be able to create a behavior definition. Okay, so now right click, because that is a parent object, it means behavior definitions. I'm selecting managed and then finish button. So here activate it. So now here creating the record, okay, updating the record, deleting the record will be taken. Don't get into the too much level because anyway we are going to do in our training. Okay, so I just understand the high level understand that is enough, more than enough. Okay, not required all these things. Any questions? Activate it. Okay, I forgot to keep the close brace. Activate it. So now I have created the behavior definition, then we'll create a service definition. Okay. So now double click on your CDS view and right click, new behavior definitions. Okay, not this one. We have to create this one. I'll just delete. Will not get confused. Okay, so this is the CDS view. Right click. I'm creating new behavior definitions. Click next. Already exists. Oh, sorry, we already created. We have to create a service definition. Sorry. This is the behavior definition. Now I'm going to create a service definition. This one. Right click. So whatever the CDS which you want to consume, that you will put it in the service definition. That is the reason I'm just giving ZSD stands for service definition. Next and finish button. Okay, so this is the CDS which I'm exposing. Activate it. So now it is created service definition. Okay, so now get into the business services. So now this is the service definition. So now right click on the service definition and create a service binding. This one. Sorry, this one. Okay. So now here I'm selecting the binding type as ODATA V2. So we can develop an Fiori app, we can develop a web APIs, we can develop a V4 UI, we can develop V4 web API, we can develop SQL web API. So mine is this one, OData V2. Then click next. Then click finish button. Okay, so now this is where I'm generating the API or a OData service. Okay, so once I activate, it will generate the URL. Okay, then click on publish. So once you publish, you activate it, then you need to publish it and it will generate a URL. And that URL is nothing but your API. And that API you will link, you will go to SAP build, and through destination, you will create a custom Joule scale. Through destination, you will call this API and get it done. Is it clear? Any questions? End-to-end flow? Anyone have any questions? So every day, I'm just coming back, it is getting time, it will take time to publish it. So every day, once I start training on that, after 1 or 2 hours of the training, I will be uploading the recording video, okay, of the training. And also I'll be providing study materials, interview question answers and resume template. And also every Friday, I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which I covered on that week. Then coming to the ABAP, those who have joined this training, I'm providing free ABAP and OOPS ABAP recording videos so that you will be in a position to develop the RAP. Clear? So I'm starting the new batch on August 5th onwards. I'm starting it. Yeah. Now you ask any questions, guys. Yeah, please.
Training is fully focused will be on Joule like that or RIP because both are needed.
Both,
But I
both
just
are
want to
needed.
know.
So I'll start with RAP because if without RAP you can't build anything, no?
Yeah.
Correct. So the base
You
to
will.
develop the RAP, yes, the base to develop the RAP is CDS view. Correct. Just now we
Yes.
have seen. So now
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
going to build de developing from the scratch, developing CDS view, then developing the RAP, and then developing the Joule. This is the life cycle of my training course.
So, Bobby, how many hours the content is going to be? Like, what is the
45
duration
hours.
of the course?
45 hours.
Okay. So, daily 1 hour you are
Daily 1.5 hours.
1.5.
Any more questions? Yeah, now it has come. So now I have generally has given a Fiori element app, but generally for Joule we'll do both developments in my training. So I'm just telling that like we will be developing the API and that API will be consuming in our Joule. Any more questions? Okay, so now yes, this does not column names. We have to do enhance this this with adding the UI annotations to it, but that's fine. Any questions? Because it is not coming because we are supposed to add the UI annotations. Okay, so that is which I'm going to do now. I'm adding the UI annotations. Now you will be able to see the fields. I'm just copying and pasting because the reason is this is a demo. Already we are running out of the time. So now I'm just adding these fields. Oops. Activate it. So these are the UI annotations that will get added in the Fiori applications. So now click back button. Then refresh this page. I think it's already refreshed. You're able to see the column names. Okay. Now you click on create button. See, now you see I'm giving sales order 1. Customer name is Flipkart. Sales order AU10. Amount is UR. Currency. Created by is fine. Click create. So have you written any code? It has created. You see. So go to this here and go to the data dictionary table and just run it. Any questions? See, you can see now. I want to see the data. No, this is the table. No, the record is here. Clear. So this is how we build it, and this is how we build APIs and consume in the SAP Joule. So that's the part of end of this training. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, hi, Bobby. After creating the application, we'll be using the API in the developing the custom Joule skills. In that,
Correct.
do we have any coding part in the Joule
No,
sites? Do we
no,
do any
no,
prerequisites?
nothing,
No
nothing. But
coding, all
no
procedural.
coding, but only steps are there.
Okay,
Steps are
okay,
there. There are a lot of steps are there which you need to do. That is part of
okay,
the training.
okay,
So
okay. Understood.
development, everything you will put it in the here only, in the behavior
Wrap only.
definition, in wrap only. That's the wrap is very
Okay.
important too. Yeah. Any more
Okay.
questions, guys? So I'm starting new batch from August 5th onwards. Please, anyone are interested? Let me know. Okay. Okay. That's all, guys. Thanks for joining the demo. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.